Alright, I'm starting it.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Priscilla Garza, and this is my assignment. May I get your name and age?
My name is Susan Evans, and I'm 46
Alrighty, and where were you born?
in Fresno, California.
Okay, sounds great. And so the topic here, we'll be talking about gender and sexes. So for genders, the reference to society and a cultural difference rather than biological ones. And so that's like referring to gender roles. And what is your intake on gender roles in the past when you were younger to now?
Well, growing up as a kid in a traditional Mexican American home, the gender roles were pretty defined. My mom was a stay at home mom, she was a housewife, and my dad worked. And so it was clearly a division of labor and who did what. And so that's how I understood it until I had a desire for a college education and to have my own job and my own career. So then I did pursue that, and that meant that now my role as a woman in today's society is a professional and as an accountant, and also, but I am a wife and I am a mother. So I still have those roles to do as well.
And then another question would be like, what is upsetting about the gender roles? About how you said like in the tradition, your mom and dad would like your mom was a cook, she was a stay-at-home mom, and your dad would work, bring home like the bacon, what they say. And how do you feel about that though? Like, what's your intake?
On how it's changed and if it's for the better or for the worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I feel for women it's harder because you're doing double duty now. If you don't have a supportive husband that isn't going to look at that as a traditional role, in other words, he'll help with cooking dinners, he'll help bathe the children and get them to bed and do the things that is usually what women do, then it would work. But
yeah, that
in
would
a lot
affect nowadays. It would.
yes, otherwise it's double duty for the woman to have to go to work full time and come home and then start having to cook and get the children ready for bed and do their homework and
pretty much a single parent.
Yeah, and so it gets exhausting. I think that's probably the common cry for women today is that they're exhausted doing it all.
That is very true. Good point. And then for like there's male and females, and those are called both sexes. And
they're called what?
Both sexes.
Oh,
So that's like the biological kind of way of saying it. Like you'll see when it asks you for sex, it's like female, male. How do you feel about like when let's just move on. For how did gender roles affect your life?
Affect my life?
Yeah.
I guess maybe expectations that people have, that if you're, like for instance, my mom really didn't understand my desire to pursue an education and get a college degree because it wasn't her.
That was like when you were younger, huh?
Yeah, when I graduated high school. And
so you were still a teen, and like she didn't accept it at all?
It's not that she didn't accept it, but it was a world she didn't understand. And because she understood women to marry and have children and make a home, and so to want to be independent, to leave the home, go to a different town and start college was completely foreign.
What was your intake as like a teen? Like your mom telling you, "Why are you doing this? Like you should go off and like have kids right now, getting ready for a home."
Well, it wasn't even that she specifically said that, but the gender roles are like our own understanding of the expectations that are put on us, even if they're not spelled out. And I guess just because traditionally Mexican women will stay at home. And I think she just felt that that was what would happen for me.
Do you like not being a traditional housewife?
Yes,
being
I
able
completely,
to go out and work and make your own money?
Yes, I completely am happy with that because I feel it's important for my own self-identity to feel like I have the ability to do something that's, creative or intelligent or gets to be contribute to society in a way that's non-traditional, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and to make my own money, that I can have, choice in what to buy, how the money is spent. I feel like more of an equal partner in the marriage way.
How do you like that? Like, do you feel that nowadays, since I'm just gonna throw it out there, but like now that women are able to like bring home just as much bacon as guys are, how do you feel about women not getting the same amount of pay?
That's always been a problem, and it's just unfair. It makes no sense in terms of fairness and equity, because if you're going to do the same job, then it has no bearing what gender you are. So you should get same pay for same work. I think there's been strides made, so there's been improvements in pay for women, but the fact that it's not equal, that just is, to me, it makes no sense. It's unacceptable.
It's really not. But we'll see about that in my generation.
Yeah, by the time, you're out in the workforce, hopefully that's just not even a problem.
I've kind of been hearing a lot lately, like now that I've heard like a lot that nurses are bringing home more money. So like the guy is not, like I've had a friend who has a construction as a dad and a nurse as a mom, and the nurse is bringing home more money. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, you see a lot of that too. That not only did women get out of the home and into the workforce, but they're making more than their spouses. So
yeah. And the last question, it says, what labels define her as a woman in our society? So what labels have you said throughout the interview of how you're a housewife, how you work? What would you label that in today's society?
Wow. Well, there's so many labels now. Like you said, the mother, the wife, the professional, the worker, the partner in marriage. There's just a lot of different labels.
So women are stepping up their game and becoming more.
Yes, they've definitely made great strides for being treated as equals. And I think that's just all that they would want, is to be treated as equals. And so with all those labels, it's a lot to take on. Yeah. But I think women do a really good job.
So I would just like to thank you for letting me interview you.
Well, of course, you're very welcome.
It was a great interview as well.
Thank you. You're very welcome anytime.